Five thriller tropes that I hate. Number one, the race against time. I think this works a little better in movies than it does in books, but I hate that artificial tension that is supposed to be built by a race against time. A ticking clock in a book, it just doesn't seem to come across the same way as it would like in a movie. The next one is a detective or a police main character. I don't know what it is, if it just feels too on the nose, like too procedural. I don't care for that perspective. I think a lot of times too, they are outside of the drama itself. So maybe you have someone that's going through something, and then a detective completely removed from the situation is the one trying to figure it out. And I just don't really care for that. Number three, a drugged or drunk main character. This one I just find it's almost too convenient. And it can be a bit repetitive. So you have your character who they drink too much, they can't remember the next day, etc. Repeat. And it's also a very convenient way to get them to not remember things that happened. And I like something with more depth to it than just they drank too much or they took drugs or whatever. I will say the one exception to this is if someone else is drugging them, that I actually really like. Number four, isolated or confined settings. So this is one that kind of surprises me that I put it on my own list because I feel like I should like this kind of setting. Things like "And Then There Were None." I mean, it's a classic where you're in a confined setting within the house. I guess it feels kind of like gimmicky at this point, maybe. I especially when there's a large cast of characters in a small area, I just don't like it. But the weird thing is, I do like this trope in horror. So if it is a horror book where it's like someone that's in a remote cabin or someone who is locked in an area with other people, I don't mind something like that. In fact, I really like those kind of stories. But for some reason, I don't really care for it in a thriller, and especially not a whodunit type of mystery. And number five is the big twist is more important than the journey. So I do love big twists at the end of books. So I love Frida McFadden and things that are just like jaw-dropping twists. I absolutely love. But you have to have a good journey leading up to it because I'm not sticking with a boring book just because there's a big twist at the end. So what are some tropes that you don't like in your thrillers? Let me know and make sure you follow.